What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Beyond the 90. We've got a video for you today featuring some roundups of players that are leaving, players that are coming. We'll get into some of the specific details, but again, we are back. It's going to be some pre-recorded stuff. We were going to do a transfer video, but to be fair, there's been nothing really. There's a few little highlights I want to mention to you about potential players that have been linked with the club. Some players you've probably heard of, some probably might. But let's start off with the first position. And the first bit that we've actually got going on. That is about Yunus Akgun. Now, we were talking about him in the past, going, okay, what is his role here? How's he going to work? Is he going to sign for next season? Turns out that he's not. I know people are saying, oh, we've got a buyout clause, we've played X amount of games or so. Turns out that's not true. The player kind of confirmed it on Twitter today. So, again, Yunus Akgun, again, it's the official one, as you can see by the name. He's not got Galatasaray back in his name, like footballer, etc. But he put out something today saying, thank you for guiding me for 90 minutes. I think it's just a translation issue. Be my energy. Thanks to everything with the club. Help my teammates, physios, wanting to help me down the road. Last one to helping me, pushing me. Wish you all the success, Leicester City. Basically implying he's probably not going to re-sign, and it's pretty much done. So, what is his legacy here? It was a mixed bag, really. Do I think he was played enough? No. Do I think he was physical enough? Not for the Premier League. I could see what the club were trying to do by potentially signing him. It's good that we had that loan option and then the option to buy, and I'm quite glad that's coming true. However, wasn't really the right player, and he didn't exactly do what Enzo needed him to do. I still think he worked fantastically hard. I think he's popped up at the right moment with the right time of goals, but this shows you the ambition of the team. He would have been an okay signing, but we need the ambition to stay in the Premier League team. And at the moment, is he Premier League ready? Probably not. Tidy on the ball, good on the ball, play some good football. His attitude and work rate and the passion that he gave the team, I think, was great. But sometimes you need a bit more than passion. So thank you, Yunis. You've been brilliant, and thank you so much. But I think all parties, it's probably a good time for him to move on, and hopefully he goes and smashes it wherever he goes. I think he can go to another kind of league and will smash it for another team. So that's one of them. Another one as well, a player that's been linked to us for, oh my God, what, a year, 18 months or so now, and it just never seems to go away. It's kind of reared its head at the moment. That player is James McAtee. So we've got here from Tommy looking at, again, Southampton, Leeds, Ipswich, and Leicester all interested in signing James McAtee in the summer. Not too surprising, let's be honest. Any club will need to meet his £20 million valuation and a hefty sell-on clause with a buyback option. So with this one, £20 million for him is a lot of money for a player that hasn't really cut it in the Premier League. Yes, it was a Sheffield United team who weren't great. It's probably one of the worst Premier League teams we've seen in my lifetime anyway. Them and Derby, they just about scraped the points record. Points record for the lowest points record. Brain's going numb. What do I think of this again? There's something similar that was happening with Kelechi and Nacho, where we did like a £25 million, then a buyback clause, then we got a new contract to the buyback clause was released. I think that's a lot of money, considering we're still in financial troubles. And considering if we are going to keep the likes of Keane Dewsbury Hall, if he does stay in the summer, that's a lot of money. Now, you look at the teams that are linked with Ipswich, coming up to the Premier League. You're looking at Southampton, where he could do a job, but is he going to sign for them? Can they afford that amount of money? Let's be honest, if they don't get promoted, either them or Leeds, it's not looking good. So it's another update. The more it goes on, the more money it seems. And yes, the transfer window isn't open yet. There's not really a lot of concrete things that are happening. The more I'm like, I think he can be a good player for us, but at that price and that price point doesn't seem necessary. And also, if they're putting a £20 million on his head, and then some little bits in behind, it's not really doing anything for me. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't have anything against him, but again, that's a lot of money for this period of time. And then another couple of things, only be a short video just to round up as well. Another player that we've been linked with, Gabriel Pereira, not the Ricardo Pereira. We've got another one, and also this, if anybody's seen it, there's loads of different Gabriel Pereiras. There's so many of them coming out of Brazil, but linked to us for a while, and they've finally released something about him. So coming on to this, he's released a statement. See the original. Let me actually go back to this one. End of the season. Thank God for everything we've done here and for keeping an enemy to compete for another era. I've changed it back. Never mind. Yeah, thank you for everything, family. So again, so it's not really a cryptic message, but here's something that I want to message. As you've probably seen by the KDH logo, something that has been there as well. If you go to following Leicester City, now that could mean nothing. However, there's no smoke without fire. And we might do a full breakdown on him when this information gets more and more works more and more. So what kind of player is he? Because I've looked a little bit into him. He's obviously, first thing we look at, you go to YouTube, you look at his highlights, and there's so many different ones to choose from. There's a midfielder with the name, an attacker, I think, with that position. And this is what we found just from looking at the transfer market. So we look at him, main position, centre-back, can also play defensive midfielder. Not really that great. No, we need it, sorry. And also, so he's right-footed centre-back. I have a Gil Vicente at the moment, 2.5 million. And it seems like, again, and he's only a young player. Where's he gone? How old is he? 24 years old. Still young, still upcoming. I think he's younger than likes of Walt Fuss and playing on that right-hand side. It's interesting to see that we're recruiting these players. From the stats, we'll probably get more into when we look at FBref, when we get a bit more concrete information. He seems like quite a physical player, has got that physicality, but also got the speed and the pace, and he's good with the ball at his feet, which I think is an interesting combination. At 1 meter, I think 1 meter 80, it's decent. At 1 meter 88, good height for a centre back. Not hugely tall, but again, centre backs are that's a Walt Fast around about the same height. I think it's been looking good. I mean, apart from that, there's not really been much else. Things are still creaking on in the background. The whole situation around the FFP is probably going to come true. Enzo spoke a little bit on that, going, look, we're going to do what we need to do. And he's mentioned a little bit the money's going to be a bit more tight, as you can imagine. Now, part of that is they'll have to get players out before they get players in. Yunus Akgun was probably the first one that's come out. There's nothing on Callum Doyle, what's going to happen with him. Fatal, from what we've heard, is going to go ahead from the likes of Athletics, that they're going to sign him when the window opens. But I think they're just waiting, A, on the windows to open, and B, seeing what players leaving. It's been rumoured that Jamie Vardy and Yannick Vestergaard are going to get new contracts, but the likes of Michael Brighton is going, probably not re-signing. So the squad is going to change a little bit. And I think it'll be interesting to see, for my opinion, Yunis was one of them, and Doyle was another one. What do they do with those two players? I think he likes Doyle more than he does Yunis. But the fact that Yunis has been let go to be released back to Galatasaray, I think it's going to be a main part of that side. And he's come won the championship with us. So he goes back with the trophy, which is great. That's a bit of a statement to me. The fact that they're going to back Enzo and they're going to get the players that he wants. It'll be interesting to see what we do going forward. But that's all we'll have for you today. Again, thank you so much. Again, in terms of I have some really good examples of the award ceremony, but the more it goes on, unfortunately, I've had quite a few personal things that I've topped up, and also getting the likes of Luke onto the stream and getting other people trying to get it all figured out has been an absolute nightmare. So I'll see what I can do as of now. Make sure you like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for sticking with the channel and for getting to us 2,500 subscribers. We'll be back with some more videos over the summer, recapping on transfer rumors, and as things become more common, we'll also do, as you've probably seen on the channel before, more in-depth reviews of some of these players that are going to sign. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. So goodbye.